So, I got a new thing that I put together here. It's called a Crealty Ender 3. And what it does is it is a 3D printer. And I don't know how well you can see what it's building, but it's building a pawn for me. A chess piece. You see what it's building there? Maybe. Ooh. Get the servos in there. But that's what it's building. And you can see in there what the structure is that it's making. I don't have much filament, I just have what came with it, but I have a spool coming in the mail for it. That'd be pretty cool. Oh, how do I get the... there we go. I don't know what I'm looking at without display on. Yeah, it's called a... it's the, Crealty. Where is it? Crealty... oops, no focus. No focus. Crealty Ender 3. And it's going to be right there. And that's designated number 2 on there because I actually have one where it's connected right there to the USB. And then this is just operating off the SD card. And there's my panel right there. Shows what it's printing. And I got this off of a guy on YouTube. His channel is called CHEP. C-H-E-P. And this is his pawn. It's a pawn. A chess pawn. And that's what it's building. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to stop the video. Elijah 85 Studios. Okay, we're trying again because last time the furthest we got was this right here. And now we're trying it with a mirror. The mirror should help it stick. It is completely clear and it's completely clean. And now we're trying to rebuild the pawn. We're trying to build a pawn again. So, trying different materials for our bed that will heat up. And we are at 110 degrees on the bed. We are at 250 on the filament on the head. And we're trying to build the pawn. CHEPs Pawn, again. What happened was last time it got to this height, and as you can see, it's supposed to have a ball on the top of it. Well, when it went and when it got this high, it actually caught, and the head actually hit that ball, hit that edge, and it knocked it over. It unstuck from the surface, which was the ender. Sorry, my mess here. I've got everything everywhere. My plate here. Well, it doesn't stick to this filament very well, so we're going to try a trick that a YouTuber taught me in a tutorial to use a mirror, a piece of a mirror, in my case, because I didn't have a whole mirror that was that size, and wash it thoroughly with soap and water and let it dry, and then set it on the bed and clip it in place. And so we're trying it, and we'll see what happens. It's a little bit long for this bed. It's not horrible, and there's my fingerprints on it, so that's just where I grabbed it. But you can see it's perfectly clean and it's perfectly clear on the other side. Also, I noticed, I keep having to turn this back on because I can't see. I noticed also that, that is a weird pattern, by the way. I don't know if it'll focus in on that. Yeah, you can't see it very well. Tryptophobia, anyone? I noticed that the base is kind of off, and that might have been because it was not level. And I since then have leveled the bed out to make sure that it's even, and that probably makes a big difference as well. But I've got it's called oh, what do you hold on. It is for it's for support. Generate support right there is on, and this is CURA, Ultimaker CURA. I have brim on, so it's in brim mode, which means that it's going to generate a structure here to kind of help it adhere to the surface, and that should help a little bit more. But in the end, it's just a useless piece of whatever that you're printing. So you're basically wasting filament, and I don't have very much filament. I just have what came with the machine. So we'll try it, see what it does. Okay, so the one from the last segment also failed. I don't have the piece because I stopped it before it even really got too far. This, I have adjusted the bed, which I watched a YouTube tutorial by the same guy, CHEP. And if you are interested in his channel, check him out because he's really awesome and his tutorials really help me out. And it looks like we are actually building a pawn right now. Chess pawn. So we are 82% complete, and it did stick, and that is the support structure that I was telling you guys about that it's supposed to build. Now, once this is done, that's really thin. It should just snap right off, and then this piece should just move freely off of the platform, the bed. So now I think we've got it figured out. We can print some cool stuff, but again, I'm almost out of filament. I'm going to need to get some more filament, and I'm going to close my printer because I don't want dust and stuff getting in there. I'm also low on color ink, so that's just the paper printer up there. This is the 3D printer, and this is what I'm kind of focusing on here. Very neat. This is an Ender, this is a, shoot, can't remember, Ender 3, started with the C, Crealty or Crealty 3D, yeah, Crealty Ender 3. This is the Crealty Ender 3. Very nice, very cheap 3D printer. It basically comes in a kit, and you can build it, and once you build it, it's pretty easy to assemble, but you may want to follow a YouTube tutorial on it. And I just pack some LEDs in it, in the top, just for kind of a cool effect. I've got plenty of those little strips kind of laying around. They're 12-volt strips. This is a 12-volt power supply, so I figured why not. And nothing's going up there, so even the axis doesn't go that high. I think that's the Z-axis. No, that's the X-axis. Even the X-axis doesn't go that high. I can pull it all the way up and it'll still not go that high. So, and nothing travels in this groove, and that's where the LEDs are packed in, is the groove. Pretty cool. I always wanted a 3D printer. I just went and spent some money from my tax return and I bought a 3D printer. Some assembly required, but it's not horrible. And it's doing a pretty good job actually, so far. Once everything's set, you have got to adjust and level your bed. If you don't level the bed, which is these right here, and basically all you do is manually move your axes, and I can show you that in another video. Manually move your axes to one corner, to where one corner is at the head and take a piece of paper, just a regular piece of paper, and set it to 0, set your x-axis or your z-axis, set your x-axis to 0, set your y-axis to where it's right there on the edge of that corner right there, and then set your z-axis, which is your plate that moves, to where it's right in that corner as well. And then do that consecutively for that corner, and then the 2 back ones, and then do it in the middle, and use these to adjust it to where that paper has just a little bit of tension in it. Not to where it's solidly to where you can't pull it out, but just enough to where there's just a little bit of friction there where you can pull it, but there's some resistance on all the corners and then in the middle. And then once you do it to all the corners in the middle, you should be level, and then it should print properly. Look at that, it's printing the pawn. It's a good chess piece. Now I need to print a king, a rook, or wait, what is it? Two rooks, 2 kings, no, a king, a queen, 2 rooks, 2 bishops, and how many pawns? I can't remember how many pawns there are. I think there's 14? I don't know. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, if I print all those, I can, and then print like a checkerboard, or get a checkerboard, I can play chess. It is 97% complete. And then we'll pull it out and see what it looks like when it's done. Alright, I'm going to stop the video here because it might take a little while longer. Alright? I'll be right back. Okay, so it's presenting the part to me. It might be a little warm still. Oh yeah, that bed is cooling down, but it's still hot. 103 degrees, the head is 200, it's done, so it's set to 0, and it set the z-axis, which is the table, or the bed, out to 220 to present the part to me. Let's see if it comes off. Oh yeah, there we go. So we see we got this is just that little support structure. I'm just going to pull it off. So it's perfectly round at the top. Pretty well supported on the bottom. It's pretty perfect chess piece. It's a pawn. A little bit rough, but I think I might be able to sand it or something if I really wanted to. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's perfectly round, 3D printed pawn. Way to go. That is the Crealty Ender 3 3D printer. Bought it on Amazon for less than $250, maybe $250. Not much more than 250 bucks of my tax return. Pretty darn cool. And I've got some black filament coming, but that's just the white filament that came with it, that's up there, that was in the package with the kit. There you go. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care. Be sure to like the video if you like it, comment, and subscribe, because I don't have any subscribers right now, not really. And I'm not really just starting out, I just don't have a whole lot of subscribers. Anyways, take care. Thanks. Bye.